lots of new things to talk about, lots of information about the home market and buyers, sellers, interest rates, equity.
Anybody that's kind of paying attention to the news or what's going on around Albuquerque, I think most people understand that the housing market is very tight right now, to say the least. And there's, very few homes on the market. But there's a few headlines, Tracy, that jumped out this week that we wanted to talk about. And I think the big one that we're all chatting about is interest rates.
We absolutely are chatting about interest rates. And so one of the things, are we going to go right into it?
Yeah, no, go right to it.
So interest rates in 2022, we know that already interest rates have risen 1/4 to 1/2 point just in the last couple of weeks. And, we hear this information regularly that rates will probably be at 4% by the end of 2022. Well, that's such a narrow headline, right?
Right.
We know right now for some clients and buyers that interest rates are above 4%. When they say it should be up to 4%, that's for somebody with a high credit score, good debt to income, money down. They're picking a loan program that probably has a 20% down on it. It's for primary residence, not investment property. So it's sort of like if a client is coming to us and they're not a 740 credit or score or above, they're below that, or their debt to income is not in the ideal range, they're not going to even get 4 today.
And I think what brings us up, Tracy, is we talk about interest rates on the show all the time, and we talk about what when we're talking, obviously mortgage interest rates when we're talking about this, right, and we're talking about what the Fannie, Freddie, FHA, conventional loans, kind of the survey, if you're a good buyer with good credit scores, good job, and 20% down, and so
not
we
too much credit on your open line.
Yeah, and so we say, well, interest rates went from 3 to 3.5 to 3.75. Now we are seeing 4 even, because just Friday. It's Friday when we're recording this. Today, mortgage rates went up quite a bit, actually, right?
They did, and so this week's rating of where interest rates went to is 3.86 across the country. Mm-hmm. So when we look at that historically for the last year, I know that's a huge not historical, but 1 year back, we're 1% above where we were. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of home buyers, 1% makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference for some in what they can afford, what home price they can afford, what monthly payment they can afford. And so it has shifted. Historically, still great.
Well, and we've talked about this before in the inverse, is that 1% of mortgage interest equals about 10% in home price, when you equal it out between payment, right?
Right.
So now, to a certain extent, home prices not only cost more because prices have gone up, they cost more to finance now than a year ago, about 10% more on a payment standpoint or cost of the house standpoint. Yeah.
Right.